Raven SC1 steering. So currently I have the Raven SC1 steering screen pushed to the Pro 1200. And when we first fire up, it's going to ask us to hit the check mark for the operator liability. Once we're in this screen, you can see on the top line, steering is not ready. It's red because I'm parked, not running. The 0 in the middle is our offline distance in inches. RTK is lit up in green, so we have a good GPS signal. And down the middle, we have sensitivity. And sensitivity will be a fine adjustment for our steering. If it's wandering back and forth as we're driving down the field, just like this little picture shows, we can increase or decrease that to try and improve it. If we click on that, it'll give us a description of what to do. Line acquire is how we approach the align. Default is normally 100. I find at 100 it's usually quite aggressive. Sometimes backing that off to 70, 80, 90, depending on the customer preference for how it approaches the line. And that has a lot to do with how well you make your corner. If you come on pretty close to the line and hit engage, having that at 90 or 100 is probably fine. If you're like me and don't drive very good and you're 7 feet off the line when you hit engage, 100 is probably going to be too aggressive and it's going to cut the wheels too hard. So having a little bit softer line acquire would be better, or a lower number. Response speed has to do with how the wheels react when it needs to make a turn. So determines how quick the wheels need to respond. I found normally bringing this number up helped improve in soft, wet conditions or sharp hills. Quite often we would run this 110, 120 maybe, 115. And last pass sensitivity would be how it responds or follows a last pass coverage when it's using last pass for auto steer. Now, down the right side, if we hit on the gears, there's lots of deep settings and buttons and stuff that I'm not going to go through in this video. A couple that we probably want to look at on the GPS settings. There is a GPS receiver setup. So currently we're looking at a Vector Pro antenna, and then we want to go to differential configuration. So right now we are on differential source is RTK. With fallback mode, they call it float in here. So when it loses RTK, the Vector Pro will then go to RTK fill mode for 20 minutes, which is like a satellite delivered correction. So like an AFS3, something like that, kind of. But it'll allow you to steer for 20 minutes till it regains RTK. If it doesn't regain RTK in that 20 minutes, it'll fall back to what we call float, which is essentially WAS. And you will have a yellow light. It should allow you to steer, but your accuracy probably won't be that great. Now, if we are switching from RTK to an AFS3 correction, we are going to want to go in here and switch this to an L band. So this would be an AFS2 or an AFS3, AFS1 type correction source. This would have to be set to L band. If we weren't paying for a subscription and we were going to try to run somewhat straight on WAS, we would set this to S-Bass. So we would need to change the settings in both the Vector Pro through the Pro 1200 tile menu, as well as this differential configuration.